Welcome back to UTEP. Now, the last episode, we played against Kansas and beat them handedly, and Michigan lost, the number 4 team, so that moved us up one spot to number 5, so we are in the top 5, and I feel like we control our destiny into the college football playoffs because we have a game against the top 2, Texas Tech, next week, and then the Big 12 championship. But first, we have to get through West Virginia. We also have 3 prospects coming in to look. We have a 4-star, number 5 defensive tackle in the recruitment, and we need to have 3 sacks with a D-line and have 2 tackles for a loss with a D-line. So if we get 3 sacks, that automatically means we get 2 tackles for a loss. We also have the number 40 wide receiver, 4-star. We're going to get pass over for 250 yards, and that's the same for our 3-star quarterback that's visiting. So let's get some of these top recruits, you guys. Night game here in UTEP, wearing our all orange, and all of our fans are wearing orange. This has to be intimidating. I mean, UTEP was absolutely nothing, and then all of a sudden, they are top 5 in the Sun Bowl. Look at our crowd wearing all orange. Oh man, this is going to be a fun game. Look at those rankings. Texas Tech and UTEP right out. We would be higher than them if we had the win, but they have no losses. We have 1 loss. But next week is going to be one fun game, but we got to beat West Virginia first. Look at all that orange. It is beautiful. It's another run play, but this time they get a big gain. Oh, Wiggins got in the backfield, but he can't make the tackle. Sims almost gets the tackle, but he breaks away. Gets a 26-yard gain after what should have been 2 tackles for a loss. Good stop defense. After giving up a big run, you hold them to negative yards. That's perfect. And Wright can't make the tackle before he gets the first down. They are driving on us. This is a huge trap game, guys. It's nighttime, crowd's into it, and next week is our biggest game of the season, and we can't be caught looking forward to next week. We have to settle down and win this game, or next week doesn't even matter. It's an option, it's a pitch out, and we do tackle him before he gets big yards. It's 3rd and 6. This time we need a stop here, defense. And Wiggins comes untouched, but he can't get the sack, and we can't make the tackle. They get another first down. He's going to try to run for it, and he's going to get into the end zone. This is not how you want to start a game. We cannot let them win this game, guys. And why not start with Sean Hill, who breaks free for a big gain. That's a horse collar, but they're not going to call it, but still 16-yard gain. Franklin keeps, and that's happened twice. How does that keep happening? They just fling him up into the air and he fumbles it every time. Oh, that's frustrating. And Malone destroys him. It's going to be an option play, but he didn't even have time. He just turned around and Malone was right in his face. They're going to throw for it and get the first down again. And he tries it again, and Malone tackles him in the backfield again. Looks like it's going to be a screen. Can Malone get there? He can't, but Smith pushes him out. It's going to be 4th and 1. Holy crap, that made me nervous. Kick is up and good, and we are down 10-0. At the end of the first quarter, unlike UTEP, we are down 10-0 against West Virginia. Our defense needs to step up, and so does our offense, because we cannot lose this game. Sean Hill is going to pick up the first down for us. Thank God, because I was getting nervous. Pitch it out to Wilson, who chugs off a tackle and picks up a big gain. Franklin keeps. Franklin gets a big gain. Give it to Hill again, who gets a 10-yard gain. We need to score a touchdown here. And Hill gets into the end zone. We finally put a score on the board. Now all we need is for our defense to step up. There we go. That's how we start. Try to read option, but Sims tackles him for a loss. It's a screen, and Malone almost gets there before he can pass it, and I wish he did because we missed a tackle and it turns into a 46-yard gain. No idea what's going on with our defense today. This is embarrassing. There we go. Way to lay out, right? It's a quick pass, and Clay is all over it, and they lose yards. We hold them to a field goal. That means we can still take the lead with a touchdown. And Franklin makes a move, and he's going right up the middle. Don't fumble. He doesn't. 25-yard gain. We definitely needed that. Wilkerson beat his... Well, he did beat his man, but Franklin forgot how to throw a football. Oh, it's a run play, and Kevin Malone swallows it up. No pause. It's a draw play again, and they lose another 2 yards. It's going to be a screen, and Brown is all over it, and they lose yards. We're going to have to call a timeout so we can try to get a touchdown before half. Bengals keeps its wide open hole. Let's see if he can get into the end zone, and he rolls into the end zone. And we will take a 1-point lead, and hopefully our defense can stop him with 50 seconds left in the half. It's a run play, and it's blocked up beautifully. They're going to get into field goal range, and they're going to take the lead. And he's going to break free instead of getting sacked. But they're letting the clock run out, which seems very stupid. They're not going to be able to get a field goal. Can they even get this play off? They do. But if we stop them, and we do. Okay, I don't know what they were doing, but thank you, West Virginia, for being stupid. At half, we do have a lead, 14-13, even though it should be 14-16, but I will take it because we need all the help we can get right now, apparently. And Clark gets a beautiful catch and goes into the end zone. 42-yard touchdown reception for Clark. We are in the lead by 7 right now, hopefully 8 after this point attempt. Kind of forgot that we need to get 3 sacks with our defensive line, so I am going to attempt to do that in the second half. Oh my God, defense. What the heck, dude? And we get a sack, but unfortunately it's Clay that gets the sack, not a defensive lineman. And there we go. We get the first sack. Kevin Malone gets it. 4th and 23. We also need 250 passing yards, and I completely forgot about that as well, so we got to start throwing the ball a little bit more here. Wide open will be Burns, who takes it for a big gain, 31 yards. So we throw it out to the corner. And somehow it's intercepted. Again. But of course it is. Oh my God. I don't know why this game is so hard for our defense. Our defense has been awful today. Oh my God. Are you kidding me right now? They haven't had one small gain. Every single play has been over 20 yards, it feels like. And Kevin Malone does get the sack and a fumble, and Black gets it. We have 3 sacks on the day. Kevin Malone has 2. We meet 1 goal with 2 tackles for a loss, but we need 1 more sack, and we'll be good for defense. Our defense finally comes to play today. He's going to be wide open. Please make the catch. Oliver, a senior, gets the catch. I completely forgot it was senior day as well. Kevin Malone, his last game in UTEP, as is Josh Oliver and Wilkerson. Oh, that's a bad decision, but Wilson makes the catch somehow. I'll take it. Cantrell gets a beautiful pass for a touchdown. We take a bigger lead, and I can calm down. I feel a lot better now. It's a run, and I don't understand how he keeps getting all of these gains while he's falling. Come on. Oh my God. And we left somebody wide open because that's what we do. And it's a screen, and Ross Smith is all over. We tackle him. It's going to be 4th and 7. And they're going to kick a pretty long field goal here. Let's see if they can make it. The kick is up, and it's going to be no good. Thank goodness. Throw it to Burns, who makes an amazing catch. 17-yard gain. We need a lot more. And at the end of the third quarter, we are up 15, but it feels like a lot less. And we need to get this win. Burns with another good catch. This is a bad decision, but we're going to do it anyway. And Wilkerson makes an amazing catch. 29-yard touchdown. That's what we needed. It is his last game in a minor uniform, so let's get him the ball as much as we can with a beautiful catch. Come on, Kevin Malone gets a sack. That's 3 sacks. Oh, man, we needed that. Kevin Malone with 3. Okay, defense, we did our job. Now offense, we only need like 20 more yards passing, I think. So let's see, those helmets look yellow, just saying. Oh my god, they keep getting beat. I don't know why. And Malone almost gets a 4th sack, and Lewis comes and weighs the guy out. Holy crap, what a nasty hit. And somehow, in the middle of everybody, he still makes the catch. I think the game wants us to lose this game, but we have a pretty big lead, so thank God. And again, they just get chunk after chunk. And he's going to go in untouched because our defense has turned into the worst defense I've ever played in my entire life. But thank God we have the lead. They went for 2 to make it a 14-point game, and they get it. He's wide open. Burns grabs it and gets into the end zone. We passed for over 250. Thank you, God. I was worried about that, but we do get a touchdown, and we can ice this game. Oh, Brown, come on. Pick that off, man. And there it is. Finally, we get our turnover. We did break the streak of consecutive games with a defensive touchdown, but we do get a turnover, and that's all that we needed. 20 turnovers for the season. And now we can just run it and run the clock out as much as we need to. Give it to Sean Hill, see if he can pick up the first down, and he can. 11-yard rush, that's going to ice the game. Look at that face. Look at that face of defeat. And Sean Hill gets tackled, loses 3 yards. Our crowd is going crazy because they know that we're going to get this win. And next week we play the number 2 team in the nation, which will be our biggest game of the season. Let's take a knee and end this one right here. And with that, the UTEP Miners pull off the victory. Man, that was a lot closer than I was going to hope for. But hey, we got the win. We got all of our recruit goals, so that's all that matters. Franklin had a great game. Man, that was a stressful game, very stressful game, but we got the win, and now I can't wait for next week when we play Texas Tech. Let's go ahead and look at our senior stats for their last game in the Sun Bowl for the UTEP Miners. Franklin might be going to the draft, so who knows? We might be losing him this year, so let's go ahead and look at his last game, which was 11 completions for 14 attempts, 270 yards, 4 touchdowns, and 2 bad interceptions, but those were on me. And receiving, Burns had 4 receptions for 111 yards and 1 touchdown. Wilkerson had 2 receptions for 35 yards and 1 amazing touchdown. And I think Quark is just a junior, so I think that's okay. And then Jason Oliver, our senior tight end, fullback converted tight end, had 1 reception for 34 yards. And defensively, Kevin Malone in his last game of the Sun Bowl had 9 solo tackles, 6 tackles for loss, 3 sacks. Keontae Liggins, our senior middle linebacker, had 6 solo tackles, and that was it for him. A quiet day for him, but still a solid day. Armani Brown, our senior defensive tackle, had 4 solo tackles and 1 tackle for a loss.
Welcome to College Football Playoff Selection Show, presented by AT&T.
Look at that. Texas Tech goes up to number 1. Does that mean Tennessee lost? I think Tennessee was number 1, so that means they lost. We go up to number 4. The only team to beat us is up to number 3, so that's good for us. Look at that. It's going to be number 1 versus number 4 for the Big 12. And now that we know that they are number 1, we are number 4, whoever wins this game goes to the Big 12 championship. Probably is in the driver's seat to go to the college football playoffs. I think if whoever loses this game is not going to the college football playoffs, in my opinion. But we never know, because we are number 4, they are number 1. If they lose to number 4 team, that's not bad. So we'll see. But that's for the next episode. If you did like this episode, please leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe if you haven't yet, and click that bell so you can get some notifications of when I go live and when I post. But I hope you guys enjoyed this episode as much as I enjoyed making it, and I cannot wait to see you all in the next one. Peace.